So, as everyone knows, we have been talking a lot on X and also in other, social networks. And the idea of this event today is basically, as I said, to help each other, to help the community, to have our coffee here together. So, yeah, I came here with my coffee. So happy to have you all here, and I will share quickly our agenda just to explain a little bit more how the event will be happening. And then, so that's basically this first introduction. So, as you all know, my name is Elder. I'm here in Brazil. I've been sharing a lot about my life here uh, in X, and I'm so happy to have the support of all of you, and I hope you guys are enjoying as well our journey. And then we'll have our legend John Martin from DialectForge. We'll have 5 minutes for questions, and then we have Francesco, our Italian guy here. He will be talking about velo caption as well. And then we have the QA, the questions again, and we have Ricky, the guy from the IdeaVerify, and then we'll have another moment for questions in our network session, where you guys will be able to share more your contact, share your social networks. So I'm really happy to have you all here, and let's start. So if you want to start, John, feel free.
Okay, I have no idea how to
Welcome.
start. So, um, DialectForge. It was an idea I had because I saw the video of the guys getting their cars stolen with a Raspberry Pi, and I thought that was strange that was so easy to do, and cars can drive themselves, and headlights can turn around corners, but you can steal it with a Raspberry Pi. So I came up with an idea to make it so that the nodes in the car are speaking different languages constantly, where they're coming up with those languages on their own, um, separately, and and so it changes every so many seconds, and you can't listen to it, and if you do listen to it, by the time you figure it out, you're not going to know what they're saying, so you can't pretend to be something you're not. Start somebody's car, but that's really hard to market, like really hard to market, like nobody cares, obviously. So I started out by putting it into a VPN because you got to give stuff where people want to see it. And forgive me if I'm really bad at this speaking thing. This is the first time I've literally ever done this. I've avoided this my whole life. Um, Let me see here how I can share my desktop here with you guys. So we have a VPN app. It is live. I can't do this. You guys see my screen at all?
Nope. Maybe only the host can. I remember that on Zoom it's like that.
Let's see.
Okay, here we
Can you
go.
see now? Let
I'm
me see.
sharing this screen. I want to just close this. Nope, that was the wrong button.
Okay, Elder, maybe you need to give access to John to do the show or make him a co-host.
Let me just check 1 second. Let me make him co-host. Let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Sorry,
So now you
guys.
can see my screen.
Not yet.
Try again, John, please, now that
Thanks.
Elder gave you the rights.
Just give. Let me just give you also the right for
Oh,
everyone.
yeah, here we go.
Okay. All right. So I can't actually use my VPN here with you guys because if I do, I'll get disconnected from this chat. Can you see the VPN?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. So here I have a server in Helsinki, Virginia, Singapore, Hillsborough. And it's just a VPN, right? Like everybody has VPNs, they're all over the place. But what makes mine special is that you can't tell it's a VPN. You have no way to know that it's a VPN. Let's see here. You guys see that? So when you're browsing with a VPN, a regular VPN, this over here where my mouse is, this is what the traffic looks like. So anybody looking for a VPN, they're going to see that you're using a VPN because it's right there. Like in with the cars, the language is changing every 2 minutes in the VPN case. And so this is what they see. But once they see it and they learn how to identify it to be able to block the VPN, it changed. It's gone. There's nothing for them to identify anymore. They have to start all over again. It's constantly changing, right? So that's what makes it special. I mean, DialectForge goes for cars. You can use it across Wi-Fi. You can eh, everywhere. Here's an example here where I'm putting it in a messenger app because like WhatsApp is in some stuff lately. Discord's in some stuff lately. With the DialectForge protocol, it's impossible for me to collect data. It just doesn't. There's no way to do it. I can't collect it. Don't want to collect it. But even if I wanted to, I couldn't. So the way DialectForge works in messaging is we wrap that data twice. You go to send a message to somebody else. Um, on your end, your messaging app is going to wrap the data 2 times. My server is going to unwrap the first layer to know what to do with the data and then send it. No way for me to ever read it. It's not possible. It's not just not possible by choice. It's not possible because of the math, just the way it works. Seeds are never stored anywhere. If you're a client and you're sending a message to somebody, you and that person, your devices negotiate what that seed is going to be. You send your suggestion, they send their suggestion, and then they both magically, I don't even know how it works, honestly, sometimes you both magically decide on what that seed is going to be for all that encryption, and it's going to change every 2 minutes. There's no way it can never be decrypted. How am I doing here, guys? Am I doing all right?
Really, really nice. DeFial, man. By the way, the
I'm trying to
man.
explain
Fantastic.
this. I
Yeah.
don't have a technical
You're doing
brain.
very well, man. No, you're doing very well. Yeah. So
Uh,
happy to hear about everything here. Yeah, go ahead.
there's a
And
lot to cover.
John, when you don't have a technical brain, it's even better for you to sell your products because you will not talk technically with your clients, so they will understand what you want to mean.
S- Sorry if anyone can hear me. I have a question regarding this. So, if I'm getting this right, it's basically like a randomizer that scrambles the addresses so you can't trace it.
Yeah, it can't. On the VPN, your traffic can be traced to my servers, obviously, because there comes a point in the process where the server has to break it down and send it out to the internet as normal traffic. Um, and then that traffic will come back to my server, get wrapped in DialectForge, and go to you. So as far as my server to the rest of the world, that's obviously traceable. But after that point, no, it's not. No, nobody knows what was in the data. Nobody knows where it came from. Nobody knows that it was in VPN. Same thing with the messages. Just being a solo builder makes it really hard because there's so
Yeah.
many parts, and I have to think about all this stuff
Yeah.
as I'm going. So I had the VPN working great. I was ready to ship the Windows and the Android apps out, and then I started working on the Messenger, and well, I had to add all that to my servers, and so it crashed it for like a week, like because I work a full-time job as a carpenter. I'm up here in the woods standing houses up that fell down 100 years ago. It's a lot. It's a lot to take on. It's a lot of work. Um,
Yeah.
see
No,
something else
man,
cool.
you are doing very well. So yeah, I also love your story about, being a carpenter. So that's great to see, amazing things that you are building. Yeah, as Leandro said, you inspire us in, keep it doing, this great work, sharing more your stuff. That's amazing. And yeah, and share more examples how we can use that. For example, for the medical area, medical industry, and that's amazing, John.
Thank you. Um, I, I have like a thing that's like my favorite thing in the world that I made. And I made it because I set up my servers and I use AI. I'm not ashamed of that. AI is the only thing that can understand what's in my brain and help me make it real. So I set up my servers the very first night and I saw like if anybody set up a server in the United States, like within 10 minutes you've had 80,000 attacks. People are just trying to take it. And in the standard ways to do it, let me get a code here. The standard ways to do it are dumb in my mind. I think a lot of what we do in tech is is dumb. Oh, look at that. Trying to demo something and I got the wrong code.
Yeah, no worries about that. We all know that when we're trying to demo something, we have these kind of situations. So that's
Yeah,
fine.
this is the only way to talk to my servers. This is the only way I can do it. The only way anybody can do it is this app that only exists on this laptop or my iPad. That's it. Nothing else is going to SSH. People can try. I invite you to if you're good at hacking, go try to SSH into my servers. You can't do it. You can't do it. And if you can do it, as soon as my server speaks that sees that you're not speaking DialectForge, the exact DialectForge that it's expecting you to speak in that moment, it's just going to reject you. You're just going to get an error. It's going to say, no, you can't do it. Unless I want Claude to help me with something. Then I click that button. Oh, yep. It didn't show it though. There we go. Now I'm on a server. There's Claude. Now Claude can talk to my servers for me. I think that's cool. I think every big company with servers should have something like this. And yeah, all my stuff's right there for you to see because I mean you could try. It's not going to talk to you because you're not this. And I'm a noob, so I got all my little commands over here to see, what's going on. I can manage my users. I don't have enough yet because it's a VPN. It's new, still kind of slow.
But the
And
list is growing soon, and I think that I'm already there, right? So
yeah, you're there.
we'll
You're
have
my first
we'll have
person.
more
Remember, it
people.
took 3 days to be able to get you to connect.
Yeah,
So yeah, um, yeah, that's like, to me the VPN is cool. The messenger is better, but what I'm doing between my, with the back end, I think that's where the value is. Another example here is when my servers replicate the databases, which is, very important to do. That's also DialectForge. That you can't see what my SQL stuff is, right? Like right here, this is a standard SQL communication between servers. This is mine, and it changes every 2 minutes. It's never the same. You can't record it now and decrypt it later. You'd have to be really, really good to do it. So everything's nothing can communicate with my servers except me and what I choose to have do it. I think there's more value in that. I think that applies more to medical and businesses like infrastructure and stuff is the dialect forge. Um, I don't know what else to put. Did you
you
guys see that
make
crazy
you
paper I
mentioned
wrote?
you mentioned another day about journalists as well in like areas that could be hard to use the internet and these kind of
Oh yeah.
things.
Oh yeah, I can say that. I can say that on Zoom, huh? You gotta be careful what you say everywhere else. Iran, China, North Korea. I mean, those guys, everything's scrutinized that they do. If you're a journalist and you're in Iran and you need to get a message out or a paper or whatever you got to do, my VPN allows that. It allows that. My messenger will definitely allow that. That messenger is going to have video, group chats. If somebody's added to a chat, everybody's going to know who added them. Um, Yeah, that's like the biggest use case. Helder actually pointed out to me earlier that for builders, the VPN is super useful because you can test things in different from different locations. I remember when I did my Free Friday app, there was it would detect the language for the kids, your region, and then suggest the language based on your region. But there was a part I couldn't test because for Spanish, I'm logging in from America. It wasn't going to suggest it, and there was a huge bug that Helder found because he's from a different country where they're speaking some Spanish. So I mean that's like super useful. I was really kind of excited when he pointed that out to me. Sometimes you miss the important things. So yeah, that's all I really have to show
That's amazing, John. Thank you so
on
much
it.
for sharing that. I'm sure that you're doing a great work. I love your product. I think that there's a lot of space for DialectForge in the world, and I really hope to see all of you testing it and starting to use and share with more people that would be interested using it. And yeah, I think that it's we have a time for questions if you guys want to ask something to John. I think that's the right opportunity. So feel free to ask anything that you guys want.
What made you create it, John? What was that thing that triggered you to start building this?
Seeing the thieves start the car with a Raspberry Pi. I think that's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous that we are so stuck in our systems and our technologies and our protocols. For example, CAN bus in a car was invented in 1983. It's as old as I am. And the encryption that people are using was made in 2015. And nobody could think outside the box. Like, how else could we approach this? Like, why are they stuck in that old stuff? And so that's why I came up with it because it's something different outside the box, but it fits into the confines that we set. That's what made me come up with it.
That's amazing, John. And John, I have a quick question about, your product. What's the idea that you have about distribution and, next steps for, selling your product to have more people using it? I know that it's a hard question because sometimes it's difficult to have like let's say a clear ICP for your product. But again, we are here for help on that as well, So yeah, let's talk a little bit more about that. Let's just to try to understand.
So I'm horrible at this part. I'm learning a little bit from Helder, from all you guys, and I don't always reply to everything in the X chat, but I read it, and it's really challenging because I'm not really that geared to that. Even in my carpentry business, I was doing crazy big expensive jobs, building just one cabinet for like 10 grand, but I never advertised. So I'm still waiting for you guys to lead the way on that one. I'm
Yeah.
trying to do the Reddit thing, trying to build up the karma. I tried to post a bunch of stuff in Reddit the other night in a bunch of different places, but they just told me no because I haven't been there long enough. Um,
Yeah, I think that you are doing a great work, John. Of course, we all have like, let's say, our you know, stronger side and weakness, and that's part of the process. I think that we are all here for that, to expose ourselves and to learn together and help each other. So yeah, just wanted to say that you're in the right direction. It's just align a little bit more your strategy on that side. But I love your product. I think that you have something really cool and different to share. And I'm sure that we have a lot of opportunities, even for scraping data, for creating data sets for LLMs or anything like that. I think that your product will be really, really useful and will help a lot of people in the world. So thanks so much, John, for talking here today. And thank you, Bruna. She gave me another coffee. She's here with me, my wife. So, John, thank you so much, man. Congratulations for your great work. and I really hope to see everyone testing and using DialectForge. By the way, at the end, please share your link, your contacts, and we'll have like this opportunity for the network session. Okay. So if you want to share in the chat as well, I think that would be helpful when we share the recording. We'll have also the chat there. So now I want to say welcome to Mr. Francesco Di Donato,
Thank you. Nice to meet you, everyone.
l'italiano.
I'm Francesco. I come from Italy, and I'm recently 29 years old. And I'm releasing this year many apps. The first one was Velo Caption, but a bit of background. Uh, I've been a dev and an employed dev for other startups and companies for the latest 8 years. And uh, following the suggestion given to me by my brother, I started a channel on TikTok. Actually, I started doing TikToks, and I'm a person that would never have used socials until I just started, and it was kind of a game. And I started sharing my tech videos, being a tech guy, a nerd guy. And now it grew to a point where I did many, many videos and I'm using it for my marketing. Because, John, thank you for sharing. You touched a pain point, the marketing part, which is really bothersome. Nobody wants to do it, at least not me. But I understood that we have to. Otherwise, nobody's going to know about our product, which it's something that I have found out, sadly, in past years when I tried to release my micro SaaS, other little things that I built. Simply nobody knew about it, so nobody bought it. This time I did it differently. I built up an audience for months, and I got to a point where people knew about my app. And so what does this app does? First of all, I'm the first user of the app. It's something that you can use to quickly post-process videos, which is the most annoying thing to do. And of course, it's full of editors online. Even TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, they have their own editors. But you have to upload videos, which means that for long videos, it takes time. Supposing, like if you have a good Wi-Fi, it will still take time. And you are really constricted in what they allow you to do. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just build my own and release it I'm just gonna show you. I'm just gonna show it to you. No, this is this one. Share screen. I'm gonna share the desktop. Oh, oh my God! I downloaded the Zoom and I have to give it the permission. Yes.
No problem. We can wait. No
Quit the
problem.
reopen. I have to quit the reopen. I knew it. I'm sorry.
Take your
I'm going to
time.
be
Take
super
your
quick.
time. No problem at all. We're here for
And
that, right?
probably
So,
I
Helder,
love
you
that
have
tech
20.
guys have problems.
Yeah, and
I don't
happens
even know how
we
to
to
all
get on this.
have. We all
I'm
have.
glad I'm
That's
on
real
Zoom,
life.
guys.
Yeah, that's the real life. We all have. And especially when we have a demo, we always have this kind of problems. But he's back again.
I mean,
It's
it
nice.
was way faster than I expected. Yes,
yeah.
absolutely. So Velo Capture, I'm showing, okay, I'm gonna use the actual one that are using. It's a whole macOS app. I'm only working on macOS because life is too short to also be cross on something so big, because it's doing video encryption, video encoding and stuff, which is will change a lot across architecture. So there are two main features. First of all, I decided instead of taking an approach like Final Cut Pro, which has teams and millions to pay for the developers, instead of having a huge complex editor, I prefer to have two separate editors. I already prepared a little video this afternoon earlier. So you upload a video, drag and drop, you can just put it in, and let me make it bigger. You can control many things, like how many decibels do you consider a silence to be? How much is a minimal silence duration? You see that the red ones change below. And you can also say like which spoken moments between silence you want to keep. So you can just play with it and find your own configuration for your video, because of course, depending on your microphone and the environment noise, you will have different requirements here. And then you can just see, I'm gonna mute it, but you can of course listen to it. And it's a wall editor. The pain point that I encountered is that I mainly do use it for videos, short reels, so stuff that is no longer than 2 minutes, while my users are using it for videos that are even 1 hour long. And so as soon as they were trying it, of course, it was crashing because it has to render so much stuff So in the latest days, I've been pushing a lot of stuff regarding virtualization. So making it able to handle any length so that it never crashes. You can basically watch all of it, all of your video, and it automatically skips the silences. You see. Also, you can fine tune as much as you want. You see, you can drag what the silence is. You can cut. You can select, and this now is a silence, so it's gonna be skipped. And then you can add many clips. So it's kind of like with this, at least me, I don't need to open Final Cut Pro anymore. I just record myself with my telephone and I speak. I get wrong a phrase, no worries. I just shush for 1 second and then speak again. I'm gonna get a really raw big video, but I threw it in, and it just takes away some percentage of all of it, and then you can export it simply. When you export it, now I don't do it because it takes some moment, it will suggest you, hey, you want to go to the second editor, which is a totally different editor actually, where instead you are able to generate captions automatically. And now here I already did it. Actually, you know what? Let me show you super quickly because I have it somewhere. Already cleaned this one that I had already cleaned up. So it does everything locally and offline. It works even on an airplane, which is really important to me. It's doing a video editor stuff. Like you don't want to be working on a 4K big video, so you create a little proxy. And it comes shipped with Whisper, you see. So my idea is that it must be working out of the box, and it does. Nobody has to know what Whisper is. So I created also a system that downloads it in a cryptographically secure way using, for the nerds, a TUF framework, which is something that allows you to ensure that if something gets downloaded on people's computer, you are 100% sure, or better, your application is 100% sure that is exactly what is supposed to be downloading, that nobody can put himself in the middle and change. So you can download different models that are handled by me. And I really like that the idea that people should know what my app does. So you can exactly see where it's being downloaded, everything that it needs to use. So let's go back inside of here. And you see, you can just, if it even can do auto detection of which is the language, because it works with the languages that you see here. So the main European ones, I would say. But in the future, I will, of course, integrate also different models that will allow me to have transcription for this one. And you see, it did the translation. Now, what you see here on the screen is exactly the kind of output that you get, which was really important to me, because in the first iteration, I went with a different approach where I was building this in a way, but encoding the video in another one. And there was some mismatch about fonts and shadows. So now I'm using Remotion, which is something that got really hyped in the latest times. But so you see, you can just play around with it. You can decide how big you want your phrases to be. And while I use it, I found out little things. Now, okay, you see here, for example, given I was speaking, there is a little hole of time, and that looks bad. So you can just click a button, and now it's stitched together, so you don't have that flickering captions. It comes with a lot of presets. In the next days, I'm going to be adding different presets. You can just play with everything, Then there are overlays that you can see here on the left. Actually, let me close this guy here. 1 second only. So you can add overlays with O. I think it looks nice. For now, there is only text and images. But you can just add any image or any text. Instead, if you press L, you see on the right that now we are in layout mode, which is something that I'm going to be pushing in the next days. Now there is only the layout, the floating head layout that works much better on a landscape kind of video, not on a portrait one. But the point is to try to make it as easy as possible, and you can upload your image. And sorry, the zoom thingy is in front of myself, and I cannot. So like suppose now I'm gonna just add any picture like this, doesn't matter. The point is to try to make something that makes easier. I reckon that I have to still work better on the UI part. But the foundation, it's I'm quite glad with the foundation. I like how it looks. And so you can just simply rewatch all of it, of course. And when you're done, you're gonna go to export. And you can like really fine-tune way control how it works, especially the threads one. It's dynamic, depends on your machine. So there's some check on your machine. I have a M1 right now, so apparently the 4 threads is the best one. I have a friend that is testing this on a M4, and he is able to obtain his videos much, much faster than what I have. Uh, so with time, I just add all the things that makes really, really fast to do videos. In the latest month, I've been using this consistently, and at least now doing videos, it's super fast, which is really important because again, we have to. I at least I push myself to release at least one or two, 3 videos a week, 4 videos a week. I'm happy with this because I don't have to wait for the upload on TikTok editor and then there are captions that you cannot really customize. Here you can customize everything. Like the point is that you can create more text. You can just start from any that you already have. You can also change how the highlight works, because we have the karaoke. So now it's purple. You can load your assets, the ones that you probably always gonna use, and you can quickly find them from the thing. The gradients for the layouts, probably at some point I'm gonna also add the possibility to add different animations and stuff regarding the layouts. And today I just added the noise removal, which I'm really glad about because I was recording a video the other day in the airport, and now it also comes pre-packed with something. So this is the video.
Ma se il mio posto è in fila 3, com'è che mi ritrovo a me?
I don't know if you can hear it. It's quite messy. It's an airport.
Ma se il mio posto è in fila 3, com'è che mi ritrovo a me?
It's removed now. It also removes the audio. By now, it's unutil. You see it here on the left. In the next days, today it's 14 February, so this is already enough. In the next days, I'm going to integrate it in both editors, both for silence and captions, because first of all, it will improve the output of silence removal, as you can understand. Once I can take away the noise, the system can automatically be able to perfectly cut. Like you don't even have to, at some point, be the one telling like how to fix these ones. The idea is that literally at some point you're gonna be able to have something that you just drop the video in and it does all the pipeline of silence removal, applying captions, taking of course a configuration that you can assemble from the UI and then you save on your file system. Because a lot of users have been asking me, can we make it a CLI tool? Can we make it something that can process batches of big videos? I'm aiming to take this in the B2B area, okay, so companies that have a lot of videos, that have NDAs, and that have private videos that they don't want to be uploading on somebody else's server in order to be processed, So this is why I'm doing everything completely locally. Okay, this is for me. It was something really important for me. This works in a desert. You don't even, and it also comes like this took some days when I had to do it. It was the first time. This is the first app I do. I usually work it only in web. Every time I push something, the app is gonna, at boot or whenever you press this button, check if there are some new updates and automatically update so that you don't have to do completely anything. So, I mean, I could go more into, but this is what it does. In the future, I think that I will also add at some point the possibility to integrate with an Ollama running locally or something like that to have translation so that you record your video once in a language, but you get different variants of the same video with captions in translated languages, which will make it, the friction will be much less. For me, when I do a video in Italian, it's much easier than doing it in English. So it will be nice. But I'm really trying to have the user feedback drive what we do, how it evolves. Also because I have other apps in the meanwhile, so I'm trying to not be thinking about this too much. But everything it's tracked down in the changelog on the website. I try to have like a really SEO wise. You see, I also change Slack because we have to be thinking about this kind of stuff. But it also contains all the things that I'm working on day by day. So yeah, right on. I mean, it's that I have to update the pictures. I think that in the next days I will have to do that because it's still showing old UIs, and I think I'm losing a lot of money because of that, because it's showing the old ones. Yeah. Okay. I think enough. I don't want to bore you with more details, and I'm open to
No,
any
no,
questions.
no. Mr. Francesco's, congratulations, man. I really love this Velo Caption app. I think it's very, very helpful. I definitely want to use that because I see how hard it is to, make all of this process manually, even using, the existing applications that we have in the market. It's not easy to, do all of this process. And congratulations. I love that. Yeah.
I'll add a
And
little thing about that. It's a lot of people ask me, why don't you do that as an iOS app? That doesn't work because in order to have it completely locally,
yeah.
privately, local, it has to be on a big chip. An iPhone
Yeah,
cannot
yeah. I
stay in
think
the
that
car.
it's I think that you're in the right direction, trying to, keep your idea and your strategy, instead of trying to create an iOS app and then create something else and then, so I think it's much better if you continue in the direction that you're going, you start getting feedback from the users and step by step you can, improve that. But I think that you are definitely in the right direction, and I definitely want to use that, man. And yeah, let's,
Somebody
have a quick.
suggests in the chat that I may be issuing some discounts, which I may
Yeah,
as well
that's
do. Absolutely.
amazing. That's amazing. So if you guys have questions for Mr. Francesco, I think that's the right time to ask him. Feel free to, ask anything.
Anyone?
Actually, this is
Man,
funny because both of them used 13 minutes, basically exactly in this way.
I did. It's the
yeah,
first time.
we're
Usually I go long. Yeah.
we're on time, so yeah, everything's going well. And Francesco, please share the link in our chat here. I'll definitely, uh, share with my friends as well because I think it's really useful, to create any TikTok or anything for social media. And I have a quick question about that. Do you have an idea if you want to add, for example, a few effects? Like, for example, I used to have like a screen charm and other apps that when we are recording uh, our screen or something like that, it, have like, for example, automatic zoom or this kind of things that makes the,
That's the
the
whole point.
yeah. So that's my
Absolutely.
question.
Absolutely. Now, without getting too geeky about it, too nerdy about this, I put a lot of effort in the latest days to move to remotion. I don't know if you people heard about this remotion thing. The thing that now it's getting a lot of words because it integrates with Claude, which is something that I plan to do at some point. Remotion, the good thing is that it really gives you a one-to-one representation of what you see in the preview to what you get in the video, but also it's completely web-based and comes with a lot of utilities regarding transitions and animations, which I plan to issue in the next days. I'm just trying to make it really stable before adding more stuff on top. So yes, definitely. Like the idea is that when you add the layouts, when you add the overlay, adding an animation should be simple as just picking which one you want. You don't have to know about it. I don't know if you people ever did it on Final Cut Pro. If you try to have stuff slide in and then the opacity, you can do it, but it's madness. You either you spend a lot of time into learning how to do that in Final Cut Pro or whatever editor, or you just don't do it anymore, which is completely automatizable. It's what my app is trying to do. It's getting to the point of doing. At some point, the idea is that you're gonna be able, like the full pipeline on releasing a video will be, speak like a number in front of it. Just speak with it. You get something wrong, don't worry, just shush, and at the end you're gonna get a really raw video. Throw it in, silence removal, captions. From here to here, I want a text. From here to here, I want this layout with my preset animations. Beep, beep, click the export. You go to have a shower and you come back and the video is ready. It's a professional, like a good looking video and took minimal effort because at the end of the day, consistency, it's when you have a setup, an environment where there is no friction anymore, It's a marathon life. It's not a sprint. So we have to put ourselves in
Yeah.
the right conditions to, yeah,
Exactly. Yeah, thank you so much for,
thank you.
this answer, and it makes completely sense. And again, congratulations. And so now, anyone else has questions for Francesco? If you don't have right now, you can ask in the chat as well. So now we're gonna have Rick. So welcome, Rick.
Yes.
Let's talk about IdeaVerify. I think it's a really useful tool for all of our people here. So welcome.
Thanks, guys. Yeah. Let me know if you can hear me. I'll start sharing my screen. Let me make sure this works. All right. I might have to do the same thing. Hold on. Zoom. I gotta do the same thing as
No
Francesca.
worries. No worries. Take your time. Take
All
your
right.
time. Take your time.
One sec.
That's when I say, I'm sorry, I'm not so used to technology.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just want to say thank you so much, for you all being here. So I'm so happy to, have everyone sharing, their stories uh, and by the way, we need to decide the next three ideas that we'll share in the next event. So feel free to, if you want to present your product as well, send a message in our chat, and we'll definitely um have you presenting in the next event. I think he's back. We can see
Right.
your screen now.
You can see my screen? Okay.
Yeah.
You see IdeaVerify?
Yeah, we already
All right,
saw
cool.
your credit card and all your
Oh,
passwords, but that's
all right.
just joking, man.
All right. Cool.
Welcome.
All right. Thank you guys. Like John, I'm pretty bad at speaking, presenting my thoughts. But John, you did great. Anyways, but it's nerve-wracking for me as well. But trying to get more like presenting myself on X, trying to put my face out there more. Like I just started doing it last summer, or started in August, or maybe even later, like October. So this is all new to me, presenting myself, getting myself out there. But my passion project was a little bit about me. I was didn't really know what I wanted to do with work and everything. Hated my job at work. It was a lot of monotonous stuff. It wasn't anything involved with coding or building stuff, but finally got something, a job in software engineering, kind of taught myself, but I taught myself by building stuff, building things and trying to get it out in the world with my brother, but kind of just learned through Google and everything. It was before AI, so I had to just Google search everything and go on Stack Overflow, figure things out, and took some courses, but finally got it a job, and I've been in the with that job ever since for like 8 years now. And I've always had this passion of just building stuff on the side, and I've always had my first idea was student grounds, and it was basically kind of like a Facebook specific for colleges, and it was for my brother's college, and it would be like you can communicate with the students there, you could sign up for courses, you can see what groups are there, what sporting recreational events were going on, you can communicate to people, kind of like a social platform specific to your college, which was kind of like Facebook, but I wanted to add more things to it and make it more like educational and academic related. But so I built it all out. I learned how to code, built it all out, learned Python, and was able to give it to my brother for his school. We got like 100 users, but they would kind of sign up. And I spent maybe like a year building it out, or a year and a half. I was learning how to code and everything. So it took me like a year to build. This was before AI, where you could just say to build it right now. So I learned a lot along the way, but along 2 years after, I was like, maybe I need a way to kind of like figure out if the idea is worth building first before, like I know I can code now. Might take me like 6 months if I have a good idea, but I don't know if anyone wants it, and I'm not good with speaking, putting myself out there, talking with people in person. It's kind of hard. So I came up with a manual approach with like you create a landing page, which at the time there's like Webflow or there's like WordPress. So I'd create a simple WordPress landing page or Webflow landing page, and then I would hook up a form to it to capture contact information, contact forms messages or waitlist messages and stuff like that. And then I would add a Google Analytics to it, so I could see if there's traffic coming in, if there's a lot of traffic for it, and then I would find the best spots to distribute that landing page out to where my target audience would be. And the initial like test I was doing was when NFTs were coming. They were really popular, and they were using it for like just kind of selling an image, or they would create the image as a token and then they would sell it. But I was like, this is a cool technology. Like it could be used to like maybe certify a degree that you just did online, like a course, and it could be certified and stored on the blockchain, and companies can know if it's real or not. And maybe like that just came into my head, and I'm like, oh man, this would take like a while for me to build. Like I need to learn blockchain, and I know I could do it, but it would take me a little while. Is it worth doing that? So then I went through that manual process of creating landing page, adding Google Analytics to it, form capture, and then I bought a domain address, and yeah, I just hooked it all up. It took maybe like 2 days or a week to like make sure it was good, like presentable, and then released it and added to like Reddit channels and stuff, subreddits where like they're talking about education. And yeah, I got a lot of like, people are like, oh wow, I'm like, I really want this like technology. Like I have my own course. I want to be able to give out degree certifications and stuff like that. And I was like getting a lot of interest about it. And I honestly didn't know how to do the technology. I mean, I could spend a little bit of time doing it and learning about it, and making sure it's secure and safe. And but it was a kind of like a smoke test for, can I automate this process? And that's where I came up with IdeaVerify. And I thought like, because I have all these ideas and I don't know which one to work on, which one has interest, which one I can commit to and start building. So, and I started thinking about this idea before AI, and you could basically tell Cloud Code to make it a landing page for your idea. And then you'd still have to go and set up tracking. You could still talk to Cloud Code about that and set up tracking and stuff like that. So I'm kind of, yeah. So this is my final, like not final version, but it's a good version that I think is valuable for me. I'm going to use it like if I have an idea, I'm just going to put in my idea and let it create the landing page and do its stuff. And I really want it to be not like a landing page creation tool. It was more to automate this workflow process of, you have an idea. And I don't know if you guys work with like LLMs or ChatGPT and Claude. You're like, I have an idea. I want to flesh it out. I want to see if it's a good idea. Is there competitors? How can I productionize this or something like that? And then you take that output and then maybe you put it somewhere else. Maybe you take the response and you give it to Cloud Code, and Cloud Code does its thing and builds it out. But so I wanted to automate that process as well, because I talk with ChatGPT and Claude. So I take that. So like one example is I was thinking, I use SuperX. I don't know if you can see Claude. Can you see Claude?
No.
Yeah. No. Okay. I was talking with Claude, and I came up with this idea of an X batch scheduler, like an X posting batch scheduler. So like I use SuperX, which is like, can you not see anyone?
We can see your screen, but it's only, there's a screen recording message.
So no. Oh, sorry.
I think that we are in the wrong screen.
Yes.
So if you want to share your website, yeah, sorry about that.
There you go. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let me move this over here. All right, cool. So I was sharing my screen the whole time.
By the way, you are doing great, man. So
all right, I'll be quick, a little more. So I talk with Claude about ideas and stuff like that, and then I ask it for like a description. So this description was about, I use SuperX, which is a tool to, craft X posts, and then you can schedule it out. It's helpful. And then like, I like the person who created it. I kind of follow what they're doing. So I kind of help, I wanted to like invest in their kind of like journey. So I use it, it's cool. But I was like, each morning I go into it and I want to create I have to go in, check all the posts, and then I have to set up a schedule for it. So I was thinking we can automate that process, and like, let's have like a daily report, like generate a list of things to schedule on X post, the optimal voice content and stuff like that, and the optimal schedule. And then you just click a button and confirm, and it's gone. You're ready. It's 10 minutes of your time, and then you can focus on other things for the day. So that was an idea I was thinking about. I don't know if anyone wants it, but I mean, I think I would want it. I like something like that. And do I want to spend time on it? So this is IdeaVerify. I want to test that idea. So this is a dashboard that you have all your ideas in one place. I used to have like Notion. I would store all my ideas in like a Notion list and stuff like that. So I have this little dashboard I create for myself, your validations, and then I have this new idea. So let's hope the demo goes well. But so you create a new idea and you kind of input. So this is my output from Claude. XBatch is a bulk X post scheduling tool. I mean, you could talk to this idea assistant, but I'll make it quick. And what it's doing is trying to capture as much info as possible from the user. It takes a little bit of time to kind of parse it. XBatch sounds super actual, but one last thing, who exactly is this for? And I want it to be like specific to like indie hackers and solo devs, build in public, devs. So it'll do its thing. And
by the way, I like the mechanical keyboard sound there.
oh yeah, no, it's just a regular I like hidden. So you create your idea, generate design theme. So now in the back end, it's using Gemini. I found Gemini Pro 3 Flash to be the fastest to design a landing page, to create the landing page, to I tested different models and stuff like that. So I'm learning also AI engineering, kind of like how to hook up different models all along the way. So this might take like 10 more seconds. So I'm constantly tweaking these prompts and how to speed them up, make them reliable. So it supposedly generated a landing page. So let's preview the landing page. So it's got a nice looking landing page. It tells you what it is, what it's going to do, sync your voice, connect your X account, X batch, what you're working, drop the prompt, batch schedule, and building public area. It's got all this stuff I want. I could take time to tweak it, make it the stuff I want, but it's got the basic foundation of a nice landing page that I could build on top of. It's got like a badge. Maybe I want to can you use the X icon logo instead of X? Something like that. So it's going to do its thing, and maybe hopefully we'll get the X logo. Didn't do it. All right.
I think I did it in the header
in
top left. Yeah.
Oh, top left. All right. You probably need to be specific, but you can say like change the buttons that say get early access to start now. And then it should change the get early access buttons to start now. Hopefully I just tested this before and it's doing it. There we go. Start now. Let's make sure start, select maker, select solo. Okay, so let's say I'm okay with that. I come in here and it looks good, continue. Now I want to generate my waitlist. So a waitlist sometimes is good. It's good to capture waitlist. But a lot of people say like, you might get 100 people signing up for it, but like some of them won't convert and stuff like that. So what I was learning, there's like different concepts and there's different like philosophies, like maybe it's not the best way, but you can do like a fake door test, which is, what time is it? 12:58. But yeah, let's say I like this and let's move on. So now I have a waitlist backed and now it's going to generate your SEO tags and your social sharing OG image. So I always found you have to create an OG image and make sure it's shareable and stuff like that. So now it has, when you share the link, it's going to have that image attached to it. So then you publish now. Now you get a domain, a shareable link, which you don't have to buy a domain, but I mean it does have my IdeaVerify.com subdomain. But let's look at it first. I'll be quick. So now I have a shareable link. I could go to let's go to our X, and let's create, hopefully the OG image will work. It takes a little bit to cache, but it worked before. But so then we're going to contribute. We're going to go to a distribution plan, and it's going to craft like the optimal X posts based off your X voice. And then it will, I haven't connected to X yet, but it will, I think it might have it in my last setup. But this is crafting posts based off your idea and where to post and when to post, what Reddit discussion post to talk about. And it's going to spread it out across a 48-hour plan. So yeah, that's like another thing I want to like really zero in on. It's distribution. You have the landing page. Now you need to get it out to people. So right now this is kind of like a foundational kind of distribution plan. I definitely want to tweak it, but it's like the worst part about building public isn't the coding. It's opening X at 2 p.m. and realizing you haven't posted yet. You need something. So it's basing it off your idea. And then we need to reconnect X. So I have X, you can hook up. I have the X API hooked up. I'm using the basic plan, which is a good amount of money each month, but I'm kind of investing in it. I'm using Grok search as well for the models to fetch ideas and creating the most perfect content. You can post to your community. This one's everyone. And then let's do a little test here. I'll post it. I actually posted it, so it's going out. And so now you have the post, and now you can capture any replies that come in and any let's make sure this opens up. And yeah, so now it's posted to X, and now I'm waiting for like engagement. I'm waiting for replies. There's no views yet. But when reviews come in or replies come in, you'll see the metrics, and then you'll see the actual replies. And then you can actually reply through here. And then you capture those as like potential people that found your post interesting, and you can actually like communicate with them. You could DM with them. The X API is hard to DM people. Like they only give you one DM with the API, but you can craft the perfect messaging to DM people, or you could manually do it, and you can capture the leads, the contacts that actually interact with this. So then the next one will open up and it kind of gives you the next plan. You go from there. So it's capturing all your replies and it's capturing all your DMs. So it's like a little mini CRM as well. Because I noticed I needed, like, I want to be able to see what people are actually interested in, which idea that I was testing. Because I use X a lot to I use it to connect with people as well as to post about ideas. Like, is anyone interested in this and stuff like that? I'm interested in this. Is anyone else interested? Stuff like that. And see if people are like relate to it. And if they do, I'm like, okay, maybe I have something to build, something like that. And then there's the results, which it will collect data. It's looking at your traffic on your landing page. It can look into your metrics on X. It's seeing if there's any, it's the unique visitor is me right now, but I need to remove that so it like detects that it's not me. So because you can like play around, you could like get around it and just keep clicking in and get as many views as possible. You get the waitlist signups, you get the pricing clicks, and pricing clicks to waitlist signups, I think are the highest intent signal when like they're going through that. It's like a fake door test, they call it. But like you act like the landing page is real. It's like something that it's in production. And then they're like, oh, wow, this is really cool. Like, I want to like look at the pricing. I want to go through the checkout process, and then bam, we're building this out, like sign up for the early access. It measures purchase intent, which I think is the biggest thing about distribution in capturing waitlist sign up. So that's one way I'm trying to speed up this like idea validation process. And this is the tool like I'll use that people are talking about, like they want custom domains. So I might have to, a lot of people already have their landing page out. So I want to be able to like take their landing page and then maybe just work with the distribution part, like playing out the distribution plan. And then I obviously want to beef up the distribution plan. Like I might actually do that X batching thing that would actually automate that distribution plan going over 48 hours, like the 48-hour plan. You click yes, and then yeah, that's me. So yeah, that's where I'm at, and this was like my fun
That's
passion project, and I kind of bundled it up and productionized it and put it out there. But
That's
yeah,
amazing, Rick. I really love it that. I think that it's really, really useful. Thank you for sharing
yeah,
IdeaVerify. I'm sure that you are doing, great work here. I think IdeaVerify is really, really useful for, testing your ideas, creating landing pages and starting getting leads, even when you are just starting, or even if you haven't started to build that yet. So I think it's great. I love the idea. I will definitely use that because I think that now it's just starting using velo caption for the videos, and using DialectForge for uh, testing and scraping data from many websites, and using that for our product strategy. So congratulations on that as well. I love this product. I think that everyone should be testing it, especially people that are non-technical. Maybe if you're starting an idea, maybe Mom's AI or something like that, Kara. So I think it's a very good opportunity to start building today your idea using IdeaVerify, starting creating your videos using velo caption and using the VPN, when you start testing it, and scraping data from any website that you need. So I think that we have a few minutes just to, if you guys want to share your contacts, and also, to do networking, talk a little bit, and I'll stop our recording here. I just want to say thank you so much for joining the event today. It's our first time. I think that we had an amazing event with people sharing the ideas, and helping each other. I think that's the idea of this group, right? To share what we're building, to support what others are building as well, and that's the concept of this group. So thanks so much for joining, and thanks so much for being here. And remember that the sun is for everyone. So that's my message. So enjoy the life, keep building, and happy Valentine's Day, right? For you guys that have your loved together. I have Bruna here today with me. So happy to be here, and I'll talk to you soon. So I'll just stop the recording, and we'll talk in a minute. So